And it is indeed the Jordan 4 Infrared.
Nice.
Now come to think of it, this is actually the first Jordan 4 on this channel that I'm reviewing, and that's pretty shocking considering it's my favourite Jordan silhouette of all time. Yes, the Jordan 4 is my favourite, and it was actually my first ever Jordan. So when I was about 16, 17, I bought the Breads and I bought the Black Cats as well, and I just couldn't take both of them off. Both of those silhouettes speak for themselves. You can wear them with near enough everything, probably even Speedos, but that's for another conversation. And ever since then, the Jordan 4s have always been my favourite. Of course, there are GOATs like the Jordan 1, the Jordan 3 as well, but I feel like it's just not the Jordan 4. And yes, it is all subjective. A lot of people love the 3s, love the 1s, and they don't even look at the 4s. And that's the beautiful thing about the game. Hype aside, it's all down to what you really like. And over the past couple of years, the 4s have been the hardest to get, in my experience anyway. Now these did release over here in the UK on the 25th of June, and I've had my eyes on these for quite some time. These, like a lot of other Jordans, have been pushed back so many times. I remember seeing early images to these and some early reviews as well, and I was like straight away, yes, I gotta get them. Before we touch on that in a little bit more detail, we'll take a look at the box. Now personally for me, the Jordan 4 and Jordan 3s have always had the best looking boxes. But this one in particular is very standard in terms of your Jordan 4 box. On the top of the box, it does have flights, which of course is synonymous with the Jordan 4. Now the Jumpman is in that red, but I guess you could say infrared. And the Jordan logo does replace the I in flight. Now the colour of the box is primarily in that grey colourway, with of course that speckled cement design. Now inside of the box itself, it does have that infrared lining, with that cement speckled on the tissue paper. Now the product sticker itself does actually say Air Jordan 4 Retro, and the official colorway is dark grey, infrared, 2-3 black. Now typically this is not a hype beast channel. I don't really touch Jordans or Dunks for that matter. It's only the odd pair that I do really like and I have to have that they will appear on this channel. I've always sort of steered more so to Air Max and of course low-key releases as well. Just because when something's a little too popular, I'm not really with it. So I've never been the guy to come to for Jordans or Dunks. Yes, I've got the odd one on the channel, but you know, I'm not really that guy. And I do pride myself on it because I love Air Max so much, I'm always near enough wearing them. Now if you are new to the Jordan 4 game, yes these have been released, but you might be willing to pay that resale price. So I guess it's only right we talk about how these fit. The Jordan 4s for me have always been true to size and I've never had any problems with them. And the Jordan 4 Infrareds have not let me down either. Although they are more on the snug side as soon as you put them on, but after a couple hours of wear you don't even feel that pressure. It's defo one of those sneakers you have to sort of break in over a few hours or so, but once you've done that, you are defo good to go. So overall, in my opinion, these are defo a true to size. Now in terms of the resale prices to the Jordan 4 Infrareds, they're not actually that bad. In most sizes, they're sort of sitting around that $250 mark. And comparing it to some other Jordan releases, that's kind of cheap. And I never thought I'd say that, but at the moment, in this current climate, it is what it is. Especially now retailing for £180, the Jordan 4s have defo had that price hike. And so has most other things from Nike. But it is the way of the world at the moment. Inflation has taken a toll on all of us. Now the Jordan 4 Infrareds, I think it's about time we take an up close and personal look. Now Nike do claim on the box it is actually a retro, and I can't really remember the last time these did debut. I could be wrong though, I'm not the Jordan guy, so if they did before, then comment down below. Now most of the materials on the upper with this shoe is actually nubuck, so it might be a little trickier to maintain these and keep them clean. You're defo going to want to spray these before every use, trust me broskies. Although I do prefer mainly leather materials on a Jordan 4, I do think this isn't too bad. The QC is actually pretty decent by Nike, and I don't say that too often. Now of course we've got different hints of greys on this shoe, and the mudguard does come in that sort of light grey colourway, whereas most of the upper does come in that dark grey. Now we do have that signature webbing as well on the lateral side and then again on the medial side. Now we've got those classic straps to the Jordan 4 on both sides of the shoe, in of course black, but the eyelets are actually in this infrared colourway. Now we do have again that webbing on the tongue itself. And we do have these flat black laces that this sneaker comes with. Now we've got that nubuck again towards the top part of the tongue with that classic Jordan logo and flight tongue tab. Now the sock liner in itself is of that soft cotton, and the insole does come in this infrared with the black Jordan logo. Now we've got that fleece-like material towards the inside of the tongue with the Air Jordan upside down. Now at the heel counter, we've got that pull tab that a lot of people don't actually like. But to be fair, I've never had any complaints. Now because this isn't an OG colorway, well, to my knowledge anyway, it doesn't have that Nike Air branding towards the back. Of course, instead, we have that Jordan logo in grey. Now don't get me wrong, of course I would have loved a Nike Air on the back of this. But in all fairness, that Jordan logo works so well in this colorway. Now the midsole is pretty standard here, it's what you expect from a Jordan 4. With hints of black, whites and the grey as well. We've got that standard Air unit that a Jordan 4 normally has. But the outsole for me is where it does stand out a little bit, in that grey, white, black and infrared too.